I have a lot of people asking about bone density issues. I'm just going to read the question that I had. All right. Everyone's calling that has bone. Everyone's calling me that has bone concerns. You know, they're saying that the doctor's saying they have, you know, osteoporosis, osteopenia. You know, and I mean everyone's emailing me about that. I mean, basically, you know, it seems like they have one. I mean, a lot. I'll just say this: they're all drinking milk. They say they try to eat calcium. You know, to mineralize the bones. They're trying to use the vibration machine. You know, I mean, and then like, you know, the site, it talks about. I mean, basically, there's all right. You know, like if you have too much calcium, you can like I mean, I don't know if you can get bone spurs or it can I mean, I know like you want the muscles pliable, like, you know, like bendable like a tree, you know, but if it's too much minerals, they get too hard, and then, you know, become hard as a rock, then it'll break even more. So, I mean, I don't understand. Everyone's telling me something different. I know you've been, you know, you teach this. So, I mean, like, what do I need to tell these people that have bone issues? They have low bone density. They want to build, should they be on this machine? I mean, what if they don't have the mineral reserves? I mean, but then again, the bone, let me just tell you this, that I've learned, when the body's not in the ossification state, you know what that means?
Yes, I know what it means.
So should they be taking minerals temporarily until they get their body? I mean, I don't know, like what the, all right, again, like I said, since 2010, you know, some people get, you know, improve their bone density and some people don't. And I'm trying to find out why the people that don't. I'm trying to figure this all out because half the people, you know, want to return them and half the people don't. So, I mean, why are some people getting results and some people aren't?
I just love it when you can ask a question that's really 4 words and you can spend 4 minutes asking it. Anyway, the answer is 3 parts. Number 1 is exercise. You need to stress the muscles and the attachments on the bone. That's what actually causes.
What if they have such low bone density?
Just let me finish, will you?
No, what I'm saying, what if they have such low bone density, they can't do that because their bones hurt?
Well, they're going to have to do just enough so they can stand it, and not too much so they hurt themselves, but enough to make a difference. Because that's how it's going to have to be. When you first start exercising, you hurt. That's how it goes. Anyway, number 1, you need to put exercise on it. You have to put stress on the bone. If you don't stress the bone, you know, the people living on the space station, they have to exercise with rubber-resistant bands, otherwise their muscles and bones completely atrophy. They have a real serious problem with osteoporosis up there.
I mean, I know we talked about this, but like, but what if the people are demineralized? Like, you know that you, I mean, you...
Well, that's what I was just trying to say. Will you let me finish?
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
I have...
Dude, people listen to this video. They don't have all day to listen to this. They want to get the quick answers and get the right answers based on them. I mean, you know, I don't need all these analogies and stories. I'm seriously, they want to know, you know, I mean, I know you know this. What all that stuff you've told me, can't you just tell me now? I mean, I know I'm recording this for the video, but you told me some good stuff. I mean, why aren't you, I mean, I know it's late, but why aren't you remembering all that stuff you told me? And there was some good information that I just can't remember right now. I mean, it's, you know, seriously.
But let me tell you, most people are adapted to having about 3 times as much magnesium as calcium.
Then why are you telling people to rub magnesium or that clear magnesium on their body, and some people you don't? I don't get it. I want to know, like, what people. So why does everyone have to do different things to get, you know, the bones? Some people need more magnesium, some people need more calcium. But how do you know, like, what people need? I mean, some people don't need any minerals. Weren't you saying, like, some people don't need any minerals and some people need more minerals, but some people don't need any at all? Stay away from all these. Get off the bone supplements while you tell other people to do them. Like, how do you know, and how does a person know what to do? So they, you know, you don't want them to, you know, can't you get calcium deposits and all that?
We actually do testing. It's actually done through a questionnaire. Once I do the metabolic typing test on a person, I know exactly what they need. And people who need to eat more meat, and it doesn't have to be meat, more protein and more fat, those people need more calcium. But everybody else needs actually more magnesium. So it's really, really common for people who need more magnesium and not be getting it. But there are also 2 other important minerals, strontium and boron, and if those are not present, then enzymes that are activated.
Well, weren't you telling me that by people taking like a multivitamin, sometimes, you know, your body is in a certain state, you know, you might not need extra boron, you know, but or calcium, you might need just vitamin D. If you get too much, then that like speed up the metabolism, and you know, and your body has to buffer it.
Yes, there's definitely.
I mean seriously, like, so I mean I've heard you say to people, stop taking multivitamins, because I mean, you know, that's not what they need. I mean, you know.
Sure. Well, let me explain just the calcium magnesium. Calcium activates your fight or flight side of your autonomic nervous system, meaning that you're reacting to stress. So that you need calcium. But when you want to relax, you need actually magnesium. That's what activates your rest. And
So I mean, all these people. I mean, they say that they try to drink a lot of milk. Is that good?
Well, let me just finish my sentence, and that's this. When you use calcium, that's like stepping on the gas, and when you use magnesium, that's like stepping on the brake. So if you take a CalMag all in one, that's just like stepping on the gas and stepping on the brake. You're revving and going nowhere. I mean, what's the point?
So I just.
You need to take calcium when you want to.
So how long does it take for these people? These people that are saying they have low bone density, like how long does it actually take to build back bones? Like what's the quickest way to build their bones back?
Well, have a good pH balance, because that's another important thing.
I mean, there's so many things. How are they gonna follow? Make sure they're at the right. You know, you say get the right pH. Make sure they're right. You know, boron or calcium. I mean, it's like how does one know what to do? I mean, it's so complicated.
Yes, it's complicated, but it's simple in principle. And the simple principle is this: figure out your metabolic type and eat accordingly to that. So if you're a protein dominant, eat protein dominant food. If you're a carbo dominant, then eat carbo dominant food.
And is there a book on it, or?
Yes, well, there's a book on
Wait,
it.
let me say this. Like, how long should it take? Like, I mean, let me ask them. If someone's already in the stage where their bone density is so bad, should they be using these vibration machines? Or like...
Yes, they should. But not on a high setting and not for too long. You need to take it all the way to resistance and all the way to tiredness, and then get off it and repeat. So maybe they should be doing 2-minute sessions every hour until they can stand it, you know?
So how does someone know? I mean, there's so many questions that people are having. There's so many questions. Maybe like that's why it's called bone density. I mean bone vibration. So many people, I've never seen, like, that was my intentions of making the site when I first started. It's all about the lymphatic system. Now more people have bone problems, you know, than the lymphatic problems. It seems like. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. They're all going to chiropractors. Chiropractors are actually, you know, they said, I mean, a lot of them, the chiropractors actually what's helping the most. It's, you know, their bodies, muscles are pulling, bodies out of alignment. Why are their bodies getting out of alignment more than anyone else?
Well, you know, when you get into the chiropractic, I mean, the main cause of chiropractic problems is heavy metal toxicity in the body. When you have mercury,
well, that's why I had the lymphatic site first, to make sure, you know, that get all the lymph. I mean, I didn't even. I mean, when you read all these specs on the manufacturer site, they talk about bone density, circulation, lymphatic. Then they talk about, you know, strength and core strength. Bone density, I didn't even pay any attention to that, because, you know, I mean, when I did first, I didn't even realize. But now, I mean, it's like, that's why I made a whole entire site on that. I mean. But like I said, about 30% of the people, those are the people that are having problems. No matter what they do, I'm just trying to make sure when I sell them a machine, you know, they're not gonna be returning it because, you know, they don't have either enough minerals, or they're not taking, their pH is wrong. None of the people.